friends, it's Mr. Jim, and welcome back to Kids Short Stories. Yes, this week's Biology Squad gets its own podcast, and so you have got to check that out in the show notes below. There's a link just for Biology Squad, and it is a pretty amazing adventure that they have found themselves in. This entire podcast will only be spy stories about the Biology Squad. Ava, Jaden, and Mr. Jim are saving the day, and they need your help. Well, friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! It was a rainy day as Davi and Katya were playing upstairs with some toys. Those rainy days, that's the best time to play inside, right? Unless you have a rain jacket and some rubber boots, because then splashing in puddles. Have you ever done that before? That can be a really crazy fun and slightly messy, awesome experience. Well, Davi and Katya, they were playing upstairs and building all kinds of really fun things, when all of a sudden they heard a sound. Davi, Katya, can you help me carry this thing up from the basement? That was one of their parents asking for help, and they both love to help their parents. They dropped their toys and raced downstairs as fast as they could. Holy smokes! That's a big box, said Davi. Yeah, this is actually a box from your grandma's house. She gave this to us a while ago. I think it's an old mirror. I wanted to bring it up to my bedroom. Could you help me? Sure thing, said Katya and Davi together. They grabbed a corner of the box and started pulling it up the stairs with the help of their parents. Whoa, this is really heavy. That's one big mirror, said Davi. As they lugged it up the stairs and finally got it into their parents' bedroom, they stood it up. Oh. Wow, this is a really dusty box. What's inside? I think it's an old, tall mirror from Grandma that she's had ever since she was a kid. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Their parents had one of those scissor cutters and cut the side of the box and opened it up, which let in a ton more dust into their coughing mouths. There's so much dust, said Katya. I know. Wow, this thing is old. As they pulled the mirror out from the box, it was huge. It was way taller than them, even taller than their parents. But it looked really cool. Wow, look how old this wood is. It looks like it's hand-carved, said Davi. I know. Grandma's talked about this mirror forever. I think it came even from her grandparents. Like, this thing could be a couple 100 years old. Whoa, that is so cool, said Davi. Let's get it cleaned up. Katya grabbed a rag and a squirt bottle that had some cleaning solution inside and sprayed it on the mirror, and they started to wipe it down. Wow, I wonder how many stories this mirror has. There's been probably a ton of people that have stood in front of it, said Katya. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if mirrors could tell stories, said Davi. I bet this one has the best stories of them all. The rest of the afternoon, the family spent cleaning off this mirror, which was very old and very dirty. But by the time they were done with it, all the wood around the mirror, it was nice and polished. It was very shiny now. But the mirror, it was still pretty dull. It was kind of hard to see yourself in its reflection. What is wrong with this mirror? Said Katya. I can barely see my face when I look at it. Look. Davi walked over and stood in front of the mirror. Yeah, that's weird. Let's try to clean it one more time. They grabbed the bottle, sprayed it on the mirror, and wiped it down really hard and polished it, and it was still very, very foggy. Oh man, that's a bummer, said Katya. I was really looking forward to having a giant mirror to stand in front of so I can check out my outfits, but this mirror just must be broken or something. Hey kids, it's time for lunch. Come on downstairs. Davi and Katya put all the towels and stuff down and the dirty rags and ran downstairs to go eat their lunch. Hold on. You two better wash your hands first. Those are some very filthy fingers that are not going to be touching this lunch until they're clean. And wash them with soap, said their parents. Okay, we'll use soap, said Davi. Davi ran to one bathroom and Katya ran to another to go wash their hands. As Katya was running to the bathroom, she passed by that old mirror. She wanted to stand in front of it just one more time, hoping that it would work better. Wait a second. If I stand a lot closer, it does get better. I wonder how close to it I need to stand. She took a few more steps closer to the mirror when that fogginess started to go away. Wait a second. It's like moving. Look at that. Katya couldn't understand exactly what was going on, but the mirror that she was standing in front of, it started to look almost like water that had waves in it that were moving back and forth. She thought there must be some of the cleaning solution left on the mirror, so she grabbed a rag to wipe it off. But all of a sudden, something crazy happened. As she touched the mirror with her hand, it sucked her inside. Ah! Instantly, Katya went through the mirror and suddenly landed smack right on the floor. Oh, what in the world? Where am I? Wait, carpet? I know this smell. It smells like Grandma's house.
Katya, is that you over there?
Said her grandma. As she looked up, she realized that she was standing inside of her grandma's living room. How did I get here? Said Katya.
Oh my, did you touch that old mirror of mine?
What do you know about that mirror? And yes, it was acting weird and then it sucked me inside and... Is that how I got here? Her grandma then went on to tell her that yes, it was actually a real magic mirror that was connected between the mirror and her grandma's house. That is so cool to be able to instantly just walk right into your grandparents' house like that. Whoa, if you had a magic mirror, where would you want it to transport you to if you walked inside and through it? Maybe your grandparents' house or maybe a friend's house. Well, either way, even though this is the end of the story, this is pretty awesome for Davi and Katya, who now have instant access to walk right through the mirror in their parents' bedroom and arrive right at their grandma's house. The end. Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and you know what time it is. It's time for Kid Shoutouts. I want to say hey to Lila from Wisconsin, Weston from Akron, Ohio, Cruz and Frankie from British Columbia, AJ and Emmy from Massachusetts, Amelia and Andrew from Dallas, Texas, Alina from California, Tanya from the Philippines, and Celine from Paraguay. I'm so glad that you are all in the Kid Short Stories family. And on the spy team, we could not stop Dr. Stinky Breath and his crew without you, my friends. Well, you have a super duper day, and I will see you next time. Bye!